Hey guys, here we are doing Deep Divers sheet number 94, it looks like. Yes, Deep Divers sheet number 94. More of these problems like what we were doing on the last sheets. So I think that this is good because these take a little practice, and I think that just doing a lot of them is going to give you a lot of good practice. If you need more sample problems, go to the previous two videos, 92 and 93 were both very similar sheets to this. So it's the same kind of thing that we're doing on all these sheets. And there are a couple different skills to have. The first one is changing an improper fraction to, or I'm sorry, changing a mixed number to an improper fraction. And the way that I do that is I do the bottom times the side plus the top is one way to think of it. Or the denominator times the whole number plus the numerator. I like big words, so I like to think of it that way. But I'm just working my way up and around. I do 5 times 3 plus 4. That's what that is. That's a little multiplication sign. 5 times 3 plus 4. So I'm going to rewrite this as 5 times 3 is 15 plus 4. That's 19 over 5. 19 fifths. The denominator stays the same, but I just find out what my numerator is by taking the denominator, multiplying it times the whole number, adding it to the numerator. I do that because for every whole number, each whole number is like 5 fifths, right? I can write 1 as 5 over 5. So if I have 3, that's like 5 over 5 plus 5 over 5 plus 5 over 5. That's 1 plus 1 plus 1. Well, that could take me a long time if I'm adding each of those up. The shortcut is it's like, oh, that's 3 times 5 over 5. I get 15 over 5. Then I add it to this 4 fifths. So 15 fifths plus 4 fifths gives me 9 fifths, or 19 fifths. So that's how I got that. So I've got 19 fifths minus 5 thirds. Okay, now if I'm trying to take thirds away from fifths, I've got to find a common denominator. Yeah, I can't really do this very easily because these aren't in the same types of unit. The denominator tells me what it is that I'm subtracting. So I need to be able to subtract the same kind of thing from the same kind of thing. So the way to get a common denominator is to just simply multiply the denominators. Sometimes you can find a lower common denominator, and that might save you some reducing at the end. But you can always rely, if you don't see a shorter way of doing it, a lower common denominator, if you don't see a quicker way of doing it, just multiply them together. And then, so you know that 19 fifths minus 5 thirds will be the same as something over 15 minus something else over 15. And then you just need to figure out what goes in the top. And the way you do that is you do the same thing to the top that you did to the bottom. So if you have 5 and you change it to a 15, what you did was you multiplied it times 3. So I need to multiply my 19 times 3 and put that in the top. Now, if you guys are not in my mental math class, you might not know that 19 times 3 is 57. I didn't write it very clearly there, but that's a 7. If you don't know that, that's fine. Just go find a piece of scratch paper, or you can write it over here if you've got room. 19 times 3, 3 times 9 is 27. Oh, sorry, my pen wasn't working there for a second. There. 3 times 9 is 27. Right, the 7 carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. And you get 57. So 57 fifteenths is the same as 19 fifths. I just multiplied the top and the bottom times 3. Here, I multiplied the 3 times 5 to make 15, so I need to multiply the 5 times 5. I think you guys all know that 5 times 5 is 25. So I got 57 fifteenths minus 25 fifteenths. Well, that's just 57 minus 25. Now you can, if you need to, you can write that out. 57 minus 25, like this. 7 minus 5 is 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. The way I kind of like to do it is just think, oh, well, I know that 25 plus 25 gets me 50. So 57 minus 25, I'm just finding out how much more 57 is than 25. And I think, well, 25 plus 25 is 50.
and then I need another 7 to get up to 57. So I just do 25 plus 7, and I get 32. And of course, that's 32 fifteenths. Now, then I do this step right here, but in reverse. I think, oh, wait, 32 fifteenths, that's the same as 15 fifteenths plus 15 fifteenths plus 2 fifteenths, right? 15 plus 15 plus 2, that's 32. So that just means 2 and 2 fifteenths. Those are the ways that I'm going to be working with the fractions. And of course, what you're doing is you're dividing. Fractions are division problems. So 32 divided by 15. That means that you can fit 2 15s into 32 and then have 2 fifteenths left over. And so that's what 2 and 2 fifteenths means, is that you've got two whole numbers, 2 15 over 15ths, and then 2 fifteenths that are still left over. So 2 and 2 fifteenths is what you get there. Let's do one more quickly. If you need more sample problems, the last 3 sheets, so the last 3 videos, I think, are all sample problems doing this same kind of thing. But I'll do one more here for you. Here, my common denominator is going to be 6. So I know immediately I can write something over 6 plus something over 6. Well, here I multiplied the 2 times 3, so I need to multiply the 11 times 3. That's 33. Here I multiplied the 3 times 2, so I need to multiply the 13 times 2. That's 26. So I got 33 sixths plus 26 sixths. That gives me 59 sixths. Now, here, this part is probably the one that's going to be the most challenging, is to think, well, how many times does 6 go into 59? And what I do is I think, well, I know that 6 times 10 is 60. So I know that it almost goes in 10 times, but it does not quite go in 10 times. So I think, oh, well, it's going to go in 9 times, right? I can do 9 times 6 and get 54. And then I've got 5 sixths left over. And notice that when you get this 9 and 5 sixths, you can use this trick to convert the mixed number into an improper fraction and check your work. 6 times 9 is 54, plus 5 is 59. So that equals 59 sixths. And you know that you did it just right. The bottom times the side plus the top. 6 times 9 is 54, plus 5, sure enough, that's 59 sixths. So you can do it backwards to check your work and make sure that you got the right answer. All right, that's enough for that sheet. I will catch you guys next time.